Hey everyone, welcome back to Breaking Code. In today's video, we are solving an easy but an interesting lead code problem, smallest pair with different frequencies. We will understand the intuition, walk through a dry run, and then look at a clean implementation. So let's get started. We are given an array nums. We must find two distinct values x and y such that x should be less than y and x and have different frequencies in nums. Frequencies here is nothing but the number of integers repeating in a nums array. So among all such that choose the pair with smallest possible value of x. So whenever we are choosing an x, the value should always be the smallest in the array. So if multiple pairs have the same x, choose the one with smallest possible of value of y. So for this one, I'll take an example. We are given with an array 1 comma 1 comma 2 comma 2 comma and 3. So we'll count how many number of ones are present. So here ones are count present 2. So now 2 count is 2. So 3 count is 1. Now when you are checking here, the statement is nothing but if multiple pairs have the same x, here x is nothing but the value which is having the count of the each numbers. So here the count of 1 is 2 and the count of 2 is 2 and the count of 3 is 1. So if the count of both the numbers is same, if you got in such case, you need to choose the number with smallest possible value of y. You need to choose a number where the value of y should be less. So you need to return an integer x comma y. If there are no valid pairs exist, you need to return -1 comma -1. So if there is a number 7, it doesn't, so the 7 count is nothing but 1. But if you want to return, you need to return a pair of x comma y which is 2 elements, but you don't have 2 elements, so you need to return -1 comma -1. This is a simple solution. Now let's have a clear dry run and how to solve it. So let me clear the screen. So the first test case which we have got is 1 comma 1 comma 2 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. So when you are having a nums and you need to find the frequency, so whenever you are finding a frequency, you need to store. For this, you always need to use a hash map to find a frequency and store. So here we are having a hash map. So now we'll check the 1. We got 1 and 1 is not present in the hash map, so we'll be taking 1 and the count of the 1 is nothing but we are having 1. So we got 2. So now we need to modify the count of 2. So for this, so the count of 2 is nothing but now it became 2. Now we got an element 2 which is a new element, so we'll be putting that in our hash map with a count 1 which we have completed. Now we got another 2, so we have already a 1, so we are updating the count of the hash map with the count value 2. Now we have completed the 2. Now we are moving towards 3. Now we got 3, so we are putting 3 in the hash map, then we are putting the count of 3. Now we got 4. Now we are putting 4 in the hash map and we are putting the count of 4 which is 1. So now if you look into the hash map, you got 1 with count 2, you got 2 with count 2, you got 3 with count 1, you got 4 with count 1. So if you look into the question, choose the pair with smallest possible value of x. So you need to always choose the smallest possible value of x. So here in this entire hash map, you'll be finding 1 as the smallest value. So here x, we can say it is 1. So if you check the other condition, choose the one with smallest possible value of x and if multiple pairs have the same x. For if you check 2, 2 is having the same count as 1, so you cannot store both x and y as a pair, so you need to check another. When you are checking the another, the value of the y should always be minimum as possible. So we are left with 3 with slightly greater than 2. Now we got y, which is nothing but 3. So we got the pair x comma y, which is nothing but 1 comma 3. So we'll also check one edge case, which is nothing but 5 comma 4. So we'll take a hash map. Now we'll put 5 in the hash map with count 1. Then we got completed 5. Now we'll put 4 in the hash map, 4 comma 1. So when you're taking x comma y, the value of, you should take the smallest value of x. So here we can take 4 as the smallest, but when it comes to y, the value of the x should not be equal to the value of y. So this is not possible. So here we'll be returning directly -1 comma -1. So let me write a very dry run of the code. So you'll be having a function, you'll be having nums. So you'll be taking a map of int comma int, now we will be running from 0 to n minus 1. Then we'll be putting mp.put of nums of I, comma. When you are finding a frequency in Java, you will be using directly mp.get or default function of nums of I, comma 0 plus 1. So this will be returning the frequency. So in this only you can find the minimum of the entire array. So you can know that min1 is nothing but you can directly check from math.min of min1 comma nums of I. So you will be having the minimum. So you can take you can assign two variables here, nothing but min1 assign as int max, min2 you assign as int underscore max. Now you'll be running a loop. You'll be checking if mp dot key set of nums of I is not, if it contains nums of I, we're gonna check, and it should be, and the key should be greater than min1 and the value, which is nothing but mp.get of min1 should not be equal to mp.get of min2. Then you assign min2 equal to key and you break it. This is the important step. You always need to break, if not you will be getting higher values. So after this one, you just check if min2 is double equal to int max. If it is equal to int max, so we can say that you didn't find the pair, so you can directly say return new int of -1 comma -1. If not, you can return new int of min1 comma min2. Anyways, you will be finding the clean code in the description of the video and also the problem link as well. So if you check the time complexity, so the time complexity will be nothing but O of n log n as we are using, and space complexity as we are using hashmap, so it will become O of n. So, and that's how we solve the smallest pair with different frequencies efficiently. If this explanation helped you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Breaking Code for more LeetCode and DSA content. Drop your doubts in comment, I'll reply to everyone. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.